Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Tarot with Lyns and I'm with Lyns here to provide readings that help you understand and discover your truest authentic self so that you may live your best life. In today's reading, we are going to be doing a pick a card about how you hold yourself back. Why do you hold yourself back and how you can overcome this, hopefully, in order to, again, live your best life and be in true alignment. So those of you that are here, you may have been feeling like, you're stuck. You might be aware that you're unable to take a courageous step forward. So hopefully we can figure out how you can overcome this. Today we have three piles to choose from. The first one is going to be the Out of Hands Tarot deck paired with the Green Aventurine crystal. Pile number 2 is going to be the Starseeker Tarot deck with the Rose Quartz crystal. And pile number 3 is going to be the Meraki Tarot deck paired with the Celeste crystal. I think that's how you say it. So please take a deep breath and find the pile that you're most drawn to. You can go down into the description box or comments below to find the timestamp for corresponding reading. And I'll see you guys there. Hello, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading. You chose this Green Aventurine stone and the Out of Hands Tarot deck. I'm filming this during Mercury retrograde and during the shadow period when I was attempting to do this, I recorded this and the audio wasn't saved. So anyways, we're gonna not worry about that right now. I don't need to repeat myself, but let's go ahead and dive right in and find out what is holding you back. You might be aware of what's holding you back, but essentially we're going to find out, in order to progress and move forward, why are you holding yourself back? So let's go ahead and get a card. Spirit, Ace of Wands, okay. Oh, I think you guys might have some big dreams, big ideas brewing. Can you please tell us, Spirit, pile number 1, how do they hold themselves back? 5 of Wands, but in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So you guys, with this Ace of Wands, this obviously shows a paintbrush, something being creative. Ace of Wands tends to be the card of, aces are new beginnings. And so in the suit of Wands, there's something that you're passionate about. There's something that you feel really drawn to do, something very creative, something that's a lot of fun. And with this 5 of Wands in reverse, you are, for one, you're not voicing what it is that you want to do. Like maybe you barely admit it to yourself, so you definitely don't admit it to other people. But this 5 of Wands in reverse is showing me that it can be a card of conflict, people trying to work things out, or in this case, you can see one hand down here, kind of like staying away from the rest of the crowd. And I feel like that's you, pile number 1. I think when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your next step, when it comes to your goals, you keep it hidden. You don't really want to reveal what it is that you do want to do next. So let's see. In what ways how's pile 1 holding themselves back? Ooh, that's a lot of cards. So, okay. King of Cups, 3 of Cups. Alrighty, yeah. Both of these cards can signal an interaction with other people. So, for example, with the King of Cups, this could be an authoritative. Maybe there's a parent or a mentor that you have, someone who has given you a lot of wisdom or guided you a lot. And then with the 3 of Cups here, This, you can see 3 people kind of cheersing together. This can be the card of, This can be a card of celebration, hanging out with others, but essentially these 2 cards can represent people outside of you. And so I wonder if this might be like, if these people are the reasons why you kind of feel embarrassed or kind of shy to reveal what it is that you want to do next. I don't know, but other people or other energies, they influence this stagnant energy that you're in right now. So this is perfect though. Let's find out, where does this stem from? This feeling being held back, like why is, oh, the Tower card. Okay. Where does this stem from, Spirit? 2 of Wands. Oh, okay. I think when you were younger, you might have experienced some sort of backlash. I almost said whiplash, but I think someone was not very supportive of your dreams growing up, or maybe no one asked you like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? But maybe you had specific rules or a specific outline, a specific plan you needed to follow. And so, especially with the 3 of Cups here, I think maybe a lot of things you've done up until this point have been to benefit others, right? To make someone happy, to make someone feel relieved, or to ease their worries about you in some way. But essentially, other people could have just been projecting their fears and desires onto you, and in order to please them or kind of make them feel good, you took on these other wishes or desires. But with the Tower card here and the 2 of Wands, you have dreamed, of course. You've had dreams, you've had desires, but with the Tower card especially, it just kind of got shot down every time. Or maybe someone like really, really said mean or hurtful things to you, even if they do it on purpose. Like, let's say they were just joking around, but essentially it still hurt, and it kind of affected you in a way that made you hide it. Like, oh, like that person's right, my desires are silly, I could never make that come true. And so boom, you've just kind of kept things hidden. Oops, sorry. And so but no, you've experienced some sort of really hard, it's not even a truth, it's not a hard truth, but you've had a rude awakening with sharing your idea and having it just crapped on. Okay, I'm sorry for my choice of words, but yes, so you hold yourself back and you stay in a safe lane because of these other pressures from other people, because for 1, it pleases them, and for 2, you haven't received any good feedback about like this idea or this step forward that you want to take. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit, like, what is being prevented from entering your life if you allow yourself to be held back? So pile number 1, 2 of Cups in reverse. Oh man, this can represent soulmate connection, romantic connections, but also just like a type of connection, even a connection with yourself, like some sort of harmony. When this is upright, this is a harmony of relationships. This is being able to develop a deep emotional and caring bond with someone else. Again, it could be yourself, it could be with like another person. But yeah, so you're preventing love in some way, whether it's again love for you or for others, but you're preventing love, even like a soul connection, from entering your life by allowing yourself to be held back. Can we get another card? The Hierophant, learning. Yeah, the Hierophant can represent like traditional learnings. Sometimes it can represent religion, spirituality, and with the wands here, I could kind of see that being a thing, but also, I also am seeing you kind of hindering your growth. Like, you're not going to be able to learn. Maybe you don't even know exactly, you haven't found a real passion yet, but that's because you haven't really dove into these ideas that you have, right? Like, you haven't entertained the idea of just stepping 1 foot down in a certain direction. So with the Hierophant in reverse, I see you kind of preventing learning opportunities. Also mentorship. But again, these are cards that can again represent a relationship, or like the Hierophant can sometimes represent mentorship. So you're getting these cards of other people. And I think I mean, maybe you've had a lot of people in your life and you have felt lonely, but also you have felt like you haven't found like a community, you know? So overall, I'd say there's also a theme here that of like you preventing yourself from finding your community, like your people who are like-minded and have similar interests. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Also stability in a way. If you've been kind of checking the boxes and going about life like, oh yeah, this is what I should do according to this person, and it's kind of just like made you feel two things, right? You could have a lot of structure and it feels boring, or for two, you've been like so structured you don't let anything new or anything good come into your life, and that can hinder you in a lot of ways as well. So pile number one, yeah, there's a sense of like, you know, being in a box. But if you think about, like, look at the Ace of Wands, creativity, it doesn't want to be in a box. It can't be in a box. It thrives outside of the box, outside of the lines, you know, like color outside the lines. If you've ever heard that expression before. So now let's ask, why does pile number one need to overcome this? Eight of Swords. Your own anxiety. You might have been feeling kind of restless, or maybe you have always struggled with anxiety. Maybe you worry about like just random things, and maybe you also kind of drive yourself nuts with overthinking. But that's because there's like this part of you that, like, I'm thinking about your sacral chakra now, your solar plexus, the lower chakras. They're orange and yellow, and they represent the sides of us that need to be creative, and the parts of us that feel joy from like a raw feeling of just doing. So with Eight of Swords, if you don't overcome it, you're kind of gonna always wonder about these things, and then you're gonna worry more in a way. Like, it's gonna manifest in ways that creates anxiety and worry if you don't allow yourself to just kind of like, on a subconscious level, I'm hearing that you're gonna make yourself a worry, you know. Maybe you do struggle with anxiety a little bit, but Ace of Cups, no. Okay, in reverse again. Yeah, you know, okay, so I'm hearing that you're actually gonna meet a true love if you don't hold yourself back anymore. Again, it doesn't have to be like a romantic partner, true love, but Ace of Cups, this is like an invitation of love, a beginning love with someone else, something else. So in reverse, you're gonna miss out on this. Like, maybe you're meant to go rock climbing, you know, one day, or take dance lessons, and then you meet the love of your life, or you meet your best soul friend, whatever. Like, there's this, but the fact that you have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, like, I don't think that's a coincidence, you know. I mean, let's be real, if we're watching tarot, we don't really believe in coincidences, maybe, but a lack of fulfilling relationships. Okay, so advice and reminders from your spirit guides, please. What do you want, pile? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, card of balance, taking inspired action, but in a if you're not feeling balanced right now in life, find balance. You know, spirit is not saying like, oh my gosh, stop what you're doing and tomorrow wake up and just go for the thing. No, it's more so like taking it slow. There's an important message here to take things slow and just like ask yourself, like, what do I really want to do? What do I want to try? And do that thing, you know? And so you creating a connection with yourself too. Again, I sense that you have done, you probably do things for others, but you need to do things for yourself. Ten of Swords. Advice and reminders. It's true that if you try it or go down a different path, you might not, you know, if you change as a person, you might also change the people around you. So you're gonna like maybe lose certain relationships you have now. But it's not a bad thing. It's all part of growing. And so with the Ten of Swords, you know, you have this fear that if you do kind of pivot and go in a new direction, is it going to change your life? And the answer is yes. Like, there's no doubt about it. You are going to end certain things, certain relationships that shouldn't be in your life anymore, but that's not a bad thing. It's just, it's confirmation that you're on the right path. So you need to make room. Oh my gosh, on the back of the deck, we have the Magician. Look, is he painting? He's also painting. I don't know if you guys have a desire to be an artist or to do something creative. Maybe you have a desire to, like, I don't know, paint or do ceramics, take a ceramics class, something. There's something creative that you want to do. There's something creative you've never explored before. And so Spirit wants you to detach yourself from whatever you identify with now. Again, whether it's the people that cause influence for you, or, you know, maybe you always do a certain routine, but you're highly encouraged to do something new, because you're also going to bring color and light into your life, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and shuffle some oracle cards. Okay, so we have 2 oracle decks to shuffle from. First, we're going to do the Sacred Creators Oracle. I love this deck. Let's get some guidance about the type of next step you need to take for your life. So Spirit, please give us a message for pile number 1. Magic happens when you most expect it. Okay, so this is kind of playing back to the card that pointed to, like, that part of you that was snuffed out, that passion in you, the desire to try something new and create, like, whenever that was destroyed in you. Magic happens when you most expect it. So this is Spirit kind of saying, like, there's an important call, an important reminder here to shift your mindset, right? Like, don't listen to any negative Nancy's, whether they exist now or they've existed in your past. If you have a desire in you, it's for a reason, and you deserve to act out on it and to give it a shot and live your best life, you know? So expect the best things to come in your life when you start going after what you desire. And then we have shift the way to new potential. Okay. And number 35, the good kind. So I think, I mean, for one, shifting and the good kind, this is making me think, like, you are gonna pivot your life and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. You're gonna think, like, man, why was I ever afraid before? But you are highly being encouraged to, like, really get out of your own way. Don't think, like, don't worry, don't think about anything that's been said before or tried to be influenced over you before. Spirit just kind of wants you to shift your thinking, shift your life. And then here we have find your sacred flow. Whoops. There's these tones of, like, pink coming through, which I think is so pretty. But find your sacred flow, number 12. Number 44, some of these numbers might be significant. So if you see them, they might mean you're on the right path. They may be confirmation. But finding your sacred flow is going to come from you acting out on these creative endeavors, you know. When you hear about artists going into the flow state, it's kind of like, or anyone really, but when you get into the flow state, you just keep going and you do. And so Spirit wants you to just do it. Like, no excuses, right? Just try it out. Doesn't whatever you try doesn't mean you have to be perfect at it. It doesn't even mean you have to do it forever, but you just need to try it out and see where it takes you. And you'll be surprised at the kind of things that it opens up for you after that. Let's go ahead and pull from the Shaman's Dream Oracle now. Oops. Get some messages to close this out. Spirit. Pile number 1. beloved, radical acceptance. Wow. Number 2, it's making me think back to the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups that popped up with the tarot. But in general, radical acceptance, and this heart is like on fire. I think you feel it. You feel it. Like once you start kind of just going in this new direction and letting passion lead you, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so alive. Like I feel like I'm having fun. And you're going to create connections. You're going to have radical acceptance of yourself, but you're going to meet people who will also radically accept you. Okay? The right people are not going to like dim your light or discourage you from trying things. They're going to like be with you 100% of the way, no matter what it is that you want to try. So Spirit, can we also get one more message? Pile number 1. Oops. Perfect storm, the courage to step into a new life. Okay, so the courage to step into a new life and the way to a new potential, shift the way to new potential. You are so being called to 44 again. There's 44 on this card, and then there's 44 on this card here. Okay, on the bottom. Sorry, the microphone disconnected, but 44 either way. You are being so guided to just have the courage to step into a new life. Perfect storm. Again, I think you sense there might be a little there's going to be major shifts naturally as you change and go in a new direction. You're going to shake up your current life, but that's not a bad thing. Perfect storm. Like you just have to kind of change your perspective about it. Like, oh my gosh, yes, it's going to be different, new, but I'm going to have so much fun, or I'm going to live my truth. And like, you deserve to be your most honest, authentic self. And again, other people out there are going to recognize you for that. But how can everyone get to know the real you if you don't allow yourself to be the real you? Okay. So yeah, pile number 1, that is what I'm seeing here for your reading. I hope this resonated with you and gave you some idea or some encouragement to just kind of don't hold yourself back anymore, you know, like move forward with confidence and excitement, knowing that like you'll be bringing in exciting things into your life if you just make that change. So, you know, pile 1, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for you. If you'd like to get more readings about coming into alignment with your most authentic self and living your best life, then feel free to subscribe so you can be notified when there's a new reading. Again, if this resonated, please like the video and let me know in the comments below what you plan on doing next or how you plan to no longer hold yourself back. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to find out how exactly you hold yourself back and why you are doing so. And hopefully you gain some clarity on how to overcome this and move forward. So pile number 2, you chose the Star Seeker Tarot deck and the Rose Quartz Raw Crystal. Love rose quartz. You know, it's really good for compassion, especially towards yourself or your relationships. But let's just go ahead and dive deep. Let's just go ahead and dive in and find out about how you can overcome holding yourself back. So we're gonna start with tarot and then shuffle some oracle cards after, but let's go ahead and ask Spirit to show us how you're holding yourself back right now. So Spirit, can you please tell us? Okay, the World card. Oh no, the Womb card. This is one of the bonus cards. Womb in reverse. All right, and now let's see. You get another card. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm hearing rejection, turning things down. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you dream big. You might be a hopeless romantic. You might have really or you've probably had, maybe since with the womb card here, I'm thinking about like maybe since you were a little girl, you were a little kid. I don't know why I said girl. Little child. I was a little girl when I was little, but however you identify as, I'm just hearing that you've had certain big dreams. Like maybe when you're young, you had a very massive imagination and you were like, oh, it'd be wonderful if I could do this, if I could do that. And so, but with the womb here in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I'm thinking that you have kind of left these dreams in the past. And with the Knight of Cups here, it's interesting. For one, you could be holding yourself back by, this person's kind of gazing in the distance in a way. I mean, they could also just be bathing, but it almost looks like they're bathing in like a glacier, like around ice, but those might be rocks. But either way, this feels like a very far away land. So I feel like you hold yourself back by letting your dreams kind of stay off in the distance. Like, oh yeah, that's what they are. They're just dreams. You've never really thought about like, what could I actually do to bring it, to make it tangible, to bring it into the present. And you know what? I totally forgot to light this candle. So hold on. All right, that's better. Okay, so, but just kind of like how I had to light this candle here. I feel like this is the type of initiative you guys need to take when it comes to these ideas that you've had, these dreams that you've had. But you hold yourself back by not entertaining it, like not even giving it a second thought. Like I said, you kind of just are like, oh, the flame is crackling. You kind of are like, yeah, just let it be. Let it be in the past, or let it be off in the distance. It's just a dream. Also with the Knight of Cups, sometimes this can represent relationships. So I don't know if you allow, like, maybe you pour yourself into other people. But no, I don't know. I think you get distracted by what other people are doing. Like, oh yeah, that person's living a wonderful dream. That's great. That's so cool. I wish I could do that. But lo and behold, you could do that, right? So let's ask Spirit. So can you give us more cards specifically? Like, how is Pile? Oh yeah. How are you holding yourself back? We have the Star card here in reverse, and that's interesting because I thought this card here was the World card or the Star card. They're kind of similar. And then you have Eight of Pentacles upright. So you hold yourself back. The Star upright, this is about like hope, belief, a light, a shining, like a light in the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel. But in reverse, again, I kind of have this energy of like, you don't give it a second thought. You actually hold yourself back. You might not even know how you came across this video, honestly. Eight of Pentacles here. You work pretty hard at a lot of things except your dream. The Star card can also represent, again, like having hope, having complete faith in something working out, and like miracles. Like you think, just when you think it's the end or the worst it could ever be, the Star card brings in a fresh wave. It's the universe's promise that it's like, if it's not okay, then it's not the end. And it's the start of a new era and a dark chapter. It's a little dramatic for what we're talking about right now, but I mean, it's like, man, like the light is so dim. There's no light at all, again, on your dream. So point blank, you could be dedicating a lot of your current efforts, your current skill sets into making your dream a reality. So where does this stem from? Let's ask Spirit, like, why Magician in reverse. Two parts here. One, someone, maybe an authoritative figure, a male figure, or someone older than you in your life. Maybe they told you like, that could never happen. Like, be realistic, go to school, get a job, and just like do something really well for 40 years, and that's that. But also the Magician in reverse, maybe you tried things when you were younger, or you didn't have anyone tell you when you were younger, like, oh my gosh, you're doing a great job. Like, maybe also you were around people who didn't chase their dreams, right? They didn't make the best of their situation or try their hardest to improve at something. or to create something. And so because you never saw that, you weren't really taught it, it just never became like like it just never occurred to you that you could take action. But yes, with the Magician in reverse, this is someone who doesn't utilize the tools that they have. This is someone who might not even realize like just how powerful they are with creating. So, you know, maybe when you're younger, it was more so about surviving, or it was about like being conscientious with your time and resources, you know, like not taking any risks. But let's get more cards. Where does this stem from? We have the Six of Swords. I'm hearing divorce. Maybe you guys, your parents divorced when you were young, or they're separated. But there's a disconnect between like being a child and having to grow up. You probably didn't get the opportunity to play, right? Maybe you didn't have a lot of toys. Maybe there wasn't a lot of things to stimulate your creativity when you were younger. But Six of Swords, you had to move away. You had to kind of like, I'm hearing like maybe you had to grow up fast. We also have the Devil card in reverse. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Oh yeah. Page of Wands is like the youth of, it represents youth. It represents a childlike wonder, childlike behavior, playful energy of a child or a young soul. And so in this reverse, it's kind of confirming like, yeah, I don't think you guys had the luxury of being able to play or explore as kids, especially with creativity. Devil in reverse, maybe you were in some sort of like, you grew up around a tough situation. You were able to leave it eventually, but that didn't come without like its long-lasting effects. And one of them could have been like, oh, you didn't have time to dream again or explore, or you just had to grow up really fast. Like you had to be responsible. And it was about like, okay, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. It was never really like, oh, what can I do, right? But I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles showing up here too, you've come to a point in your life where you've proven a lot, right? Like I can overcome, I can survive, I can do this, I can do that. I can accomplish these things. But now it's about tapping back and being like, what have I always wanted to do? What have I always wanted to try? If I could speak to my younger self or go back in time, what would I like want to do? The Lovers, yeah. This can represent romantic relationships, but ultimately this is about harmony. Sometimes it's harmony within yourself, but it's like, it's about balancing two opposing sides. It is the opposite card of the Devil here. So interestingly enough, they're both here. But this, let's see, what is preventing, the next thing I wanted to ask Spirit was like, by holding yourself back, what are you preventing from entering your life? So can we get another card, please? Like between the Lovers, what is being prevented from entering pile two's life? Seven of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I love how this is depicted. You can see upright, she's pouring water into the soil, these things that are planted in the ground. You can't see the growth of them yet, but the Seven of Pentacles is a promise of like being able to reap what you sow in a good way, right? Like being able to harvest something later on. It takes patience, it takes time and dedication, but you just have to trust that things are going to grow, even if you can't see it above the surface. And so, what you're preventing, I mean, in the case of the Suit of the Pentacles, you could very well be preventing, abundance in some way, shape, or form, like a physical type of abundance from entering your life. But also next to this Lovers here, I think you are preventing yourself from finding your soul purpose 100%. You are meant to create, like you're meant to harness the power of the magician. And then the Ace of Pentacles, when it's upright, it's like a sign of good luck. Like you are able to just create these opportunities and take them and capitalize on them. Also with the Page of Wands, you're meant to have fun. You're meant to attract a good time and like playful energy. And with the Knight of Cups and the Lovers, like I think you're also meant to, somehow this is connected to having like a I was gonna say like a luscious love life, but just having an exciting love life, you know? Like if you think about it, if you're living in your soul's purpose and you're kind of like unleashing not even a wild side of you, but you're just unleashing an honest part of you, that vulnerability will attract others that you can create genuine connections with and have more fun and explore in those relationships too. So yeah, look on the back of the deck, you have the Three of Pentacles. I mean Three of Cups. That is the card of like celebration, party with other people. So why does pile number 2 need to overcome holding themselves back? Please, can you tell us? Ace of Cups in reverse, Chariot in reverse. Wow. Okay, so Spirit is saying, first off, you're gonna hit a plateau, right? If you have a certain job right now, or you've done something for a while, again, you've been good at it, you've been steady, but you're gonna hit a plateau where it's like, man, I really want to spend the rest of my life traveling, but you might not be able to travel with this type of job you're in or this type of lifestyle. So with the Chariot, when it's upright, that's like success and good luck kind of just sweeping you off your feet and taking you on a wild adventure, like on these horses, like across the land. Being able to move from one place to another, not just physically, but also like mentally, spiritually even. But it's all about progressive movement in the right direction, in successful direction. And then Ace of Cups, I mean, this can do with love, beginning of relationships, but also it has to do with our intuition and kind of creating a soul connection. I think you will understand yourself on such a much deeper level. And again, if you are kind of like starting to unlock your soul purpose, how wouldn't you be able to connect with yourself? But you're being encouraged to move past these blocks because one, it'll bring you a lot of success, a lot of forward, exciting energy, and two, it's gonna allow a lot of love to come into your life. Okay, so let's ask your spirit guides for some advice. Can we get some advice or reminders for pile number? Okay, Four of Pentacles. She's kind of meditating. I like this. This is an interesting take on the Four of Pentacles. Typically, it's shown as someone kind of holding on to what they have. You might be drawn to pile number 1, by the way, but this is kind of showing like, okay, this person is creating a sense of stability and security with what she has. And so I think the advice here is to, you know, yes, you've been able to do a lot. Take these skills and these lessons with you, but meditate and dig deep and find out like, okay, what do I really want to do next? Like, what's something I've never done before, but I've always wanted to do? So with the depiction of the meditation here, it'll be important for you to kind of sit down with your thoughts and figure out like, okay, what do I need to do? We're going to shuffle a couple of oracle cards now. First one here, we're gonna see what other advice messages spirit has for you. So the Shaman Dreams Oracle. Apologies. Okay. Dear Spirit, can you please give us some advice for pile number 2? What do they need to know about how they hold themselves back? I feel like there's a hunger that you have, like there's more. Again, you've kind of lived life like maybe on a surface level, but you know that there's passion to be felt. Sacred Contract. Ooh. Number 7. Yeah, this is definitely giving me soul purpose vibes. Like, okay, you're meant to figure something out. You feel it. You sense there's something deeper to experience in life. Give us another card, please. Or 2 cards. Okay. Closing door, completion. Yeah, this is the ending of a cycle right now. The start of a new one. And then we have falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Oh gosh, this is kind of giving me chills because I was actually writing something before I started doing your pile. I was writing something about a fallen angel. Okay, so I think there is a spirit guide coming through very strongly for you guys. But the spirit guide is here to really kind of usher you down this divine path. Closing a door, you're completing a long cycle of this life that you have lived up until this point. And this new life you're gonna live, sacred contract. Oh yeah. Right now your spirit guides are they're really encouraging, like this is the time to kind of embark on your soul purpose. And again, if you don't know what that is, that's okay. You know, that's probably why you're here. Hopefully this reading can kind of jumpstart that, those thoughts, and start to pave that path for you to discover, okay, what am I meant to do? What should I be doing that will make me feel alive and make me feel excited to be alive, you know? Okay, you know, I'm doing things like out of order. We'll pull now from the Sacred Creators Oracle. Get some messages about what pile number 2 should be creating. Messages from their soul, please. The edge of evolution feels messy. Okay, yes, because you guys have kind of gone through life structured, following a certain regime. It might feel a little chaotic, and maybe you won't like that. Maybe you might not like the feeling of having no structure, or the feeling of never doing something, like going in blindly about something, right? But this is a good indication that if it feels messy and you don't know what the hell you're doing, then that's a positive sign. Like you're on the right path. Keep going that direction. Because you'll be surprised what a little faith and a little trust in like doing something new, like where that'll lead you. So, ooh, soul on fire. Yeah, new chapter. Oh my gosh. Like I said, you're gonna start to, maybe you're gonna discover feelings you've never had before or have never felt before, but they're gonna be so good for you. Soul on fire. This color matches like the color on this falling angel card here. A door is closing. I feel very excited for you, pile number 2. I hope you leave in the comments any type of epiphany you have and like what you're interested in trying out. Feel your artist. Oh, I'm sorry. Feed your artist. Okay, maybe you guys have wanted to be an artist growing up. You were like, I would love to try this or paint that. So pile number 2, there's definitely a need to kind of feed your creativity. Do something creative for the first time. Or maybe you haven't done it in a long time, right? But go back to that. And let's get one more. The spark of hustle. Love that. Solar plexus, sacral chakras. I can sense just you being lit up like a tree in the best way possible. Like you're gonna get these ideas, you're gonna know more about your emotions, your soul, your even your physical body. Like you're gonna just go down this new path of something different and something new. But Spirit is really encouraging you guys to just not hold yourself back from trying new things, and not hold yourself back from asking, like, is there more, right? Is there more to life? If you're asking yourself that question, then you probably know the answer, that there is definitely more to life. So again, I hope this brought you clarity. Pile number 2, feel free to like, and again, leave a comment, update, tell me what you're about to do next, what it is that you want to try. And again, only take the messages that resonate, leave the rest. If this did resonate with you, please subscribe so you can get notifications when there are more videos that come out that can help you understand yourself better and embark on a path of living your best life as your most authentic self. So again, pile number 2, thanks for letting me channel these messages for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay. Last but not least, welcome pile 3, those of you that chose the Meraki Tarot and this Celeste Aura Crystal. this is going to be your reading. We are here to find out how you hold yourself back and why you do so. So let's go ahead and shuffle. We're going to ask first, how are you holding yourself back? In what ways are you holding yourself back? Oh my gosh, did that candle just go out? I am appalled. Did I do that? Hold on. Okay, it's just very dim. It needs to come back to life. Okay, it's coming back to life. Okay, that's kind of wild. So, I mean, with that interesting turn of events, pile 3, do you guys, I think you're aware that you hold yourself back. I think you actively might hold yourself back. So, all right, let's go ahead. Okay, pile number 3. How are you holding yourself back? Can we get a couple of cards? The Lovers. Oh, Clarity. Such a pretty card, but in reverse. Clarity in reverse and the Lovers. Yeah. Choosing to turn a blind eye. Lovers can represent like balance, checks and balances, connections with others, but also with ourselves. So I think you put on this front like, yeah, everything's fine, I love what I'm doing, I'm excited to be doing what I'm doing, but in reality you have a secret desire. So let's see. In what ways? 5 of Swords. Okay, in this case I kind of think you're this bird down here that's been defeated. 5 of Swords can represent conflict that happens with others. Man, but I'm kind of hearing, especially with this dim candle right now, lack of clarity in reverse. But with the Lovers in between, I think you put other people first. I think you are quick to put yourself down. Maybe you struggle with people pleasing, but you essentially try to make others, or you allow others to take up space and to do things, and you cheer them on, but you don't really cheer yourself on. So I think one more card. In what ways is pile? Oh man, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't like allow yourself to take opportunity. You don't allow yourself to like grasp certain things in life. And why? Let's just dive right into it. Like, why does pile 3 do this? Something flipped over. 9 of Cups. Okay, so your dreams and desires are very precious to you. You have something, like I said, kind of something you've always wanted to try, something in the back of your mind. It's really precious to you. A 9 of Cups can represent like wishes coming true, a type of blissful happiness that comes from like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is happening, you know, like that type of energy. 8 of Wands upright. King of Swords upright. Okay, so I think you're someone who's never taken charge. Like, you are really good at following rules. Like, oh, this person said to do this and that, so I did this and that, and I succeeded. 8 of Wands shows that you are someone who's very capable. You've been very successful, really able to kind of like move forward, propel yourself forward, and accomplish a lot of things. But with the King of Swords in reverse, this is someone who doesn't take leadership for themselves or others, let alone for others, but you follow. You are a follower. And I think this has to do with, you know, you being confident in yourself and your ideas. You also like you got to know that you're worthy. Like, if you have a certain dream in mind, it's because you're meant to act out on that dream. Okay, pile number 3. You're meant to be successful. You're meant to take everything you've done, everything you've learned, and propel it forward. Like, apply it to something that you actually care about. Okay. So let's ask Spirit, what are you preventing from entering your life by holding yourself back? If you don't act out on these things, the Sun in reverse, you're denying yourself true happiness. And maybe you feel that, like, again, maybe things have always been fine or mediocre, like, oh, that's okay, or yeah, things are fine, yeah, I'm doing all right, you know. But the Sun, this is like blissful happiness, excitement, pure joy. So in reverse, you're preventing that from entering your life. I hate to see that. What? Too many cards. Sorry. What is pile 3 preventing? The universe, the world card upright. There's so many, like, you have like this card here doesn't even exist in tarot. It's just a bonus card. So the fact that it popped up in reverse, and then you have the Lovers, the Sun, the World card. Oh my gosh, you're preventing the world from entering your life. I think you're preventing travel, for one thing. You're preventing travel, and I sense there is an adventurous, like a free spirit within you, but you're preventing yourself from seeing the world, literally. But you're also preventing yourself from the world coming to you. Like, I don't think you realize how many experiences and how many things you can kind of get in life, you know, and you're not going to experience those things or realize them if you allow yourself to be held back. So let's ask, like, what's important for pile 3? Like, why should they overcome this? The Star in reverse. Oh man, pile 3, I'm not gonna say that, like, I think deep down, and maybe you sense this, and I am someone who really advocates for therapy, and if you feel like you bury a lot of, like, intense emotions with the Star card and the Sun card in reverse, like, you might, as you get older, or as you kind of go through life and you keep doing what you're doing, stick to the mundane, stick to the safe route, you might actually start to feel like really sad about life. And again, those thoughts about, like, is this all there is? Is it supposed to feel so boring? You know, like, I don't mean to be like a drag, but man, with the Sun and the Star in reverse, very significantly, these are really significant cards, especially when they're upright. So in reverse, I just kind of see yourself robbing yourself of happiness and bliss and excitement. The Star card can represent, like, not only are you hopeful about things again, but you also, with hope comes a lot of energy and a lot of motivation and a lot of willpower to kind of keep going, you know? And so you also want to recognize the light. Spirit wants you to recognize the light within you, within your abilities. Spirit wants you to recognize how amazing you are. You know, this is beyond, like, oh, I gotta live my best life. This is also kind of connected to, like, hey, you deserve to live out this dream, or you deserve to try that thing. You deserve to feel special. You deserve to shine, you know? You're probably great at, like, letting other people shine and, you know, gassing them up, but you deserve that too, you know? Like, have you ever felt what it feels like to have people surrounding you and kind of cheering you on and, you know, making you feel special? Because you deserve that. Knight of Wands, yeah, this is someone who has goes on adventures. This fox is so cute. But you go on adventures, you move forward with gusto, and you have a lot of fun. You pursue passions, and you live passionately. And things might even become a little more clear to you as you kind of blaze. You create a trail. You make a path for yourself, okay? So let's get some advice from Spirit, your spirit guides. Okay. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The Justice card in reverse. Oh my dear Lord. Dear Lanta. Okay. I'm just hearing, like, you're preventing so many blessings. Like, have you ever, like, not saying you're not rich, everyone's abundant, but 6 of Pentacles, you can be preventing, like, great things, like, huge rewards, fair rewards from entering your life. Justice in reverse. yeah, like Spirit wants to shower you with so many gifts. You actually deserve so many blessings. And you rob yourself of that, pile 3. Yeah, look on the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. This card can mean secrecy, something being stolen away from you. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna include it here because, my goodness, pile 3, like, there's no reason for you to play it safe or stay low key or, you know, like, dim your light. No need to hide yourself. If anything, you have something very worthy to share, especially with like the Ace of Pentacles, Justice in reverse, and the World card being here, right? I think you actually have a very powerful message, something that you've learned, something that you know you have to share it with the world. 9 of Cups, by giving yourself a chance to act out on your dream or to just take that next step, you'll be surprised at the way your life changes and the things that come into your life. So let's see. What are you holding? Like, what are you preventing yourself from doing? 6 of Cups, okay. Sometimes this makes me think of children's stories. Maybe you've wanted to do something that, or like open an orphanage, I don't know, participate in that way, adopt a child. But the 6 of Cups can represent our childhood aspects, our childhood dreams, things from the past. So this further indicates that there's something that you've probably grown up with this idea, or you've grown up with this in the back of your mind. Very similar to a lot of the energies that have been around the readings with this topic. So yeah, can we get another card, please? Can you clarify, like, what are you holding back? What are you stopping yourself from doing? Oh my gosh, the Meraki! You're getting another bonus card in reverse. I have to look this up because I'm not really sure what it means. So many major arcana. You are meant, like, you are seriously meant to, like, oh gosh, you are so meant to share this gift or this idea, or you're meant to embark on this journey. I think it's going to create connections. Don't even think about it like that. Like, don't think like, oh my gosh, I need to be in front of millions of people giving a TED talk. It's nothing like that. It's more so like you're going to create connections with specific people, no matter how many people that is, but you just have something to cultivate with them, for them, but also for yourself. So I'm going to look in here because I don't really know what the Meraki entails. The Meraki is the 22nd card in the Major Arcana, and it signifies doing something with soul, creativity, and love, to leave the essence of yourself and passion in your work. Yeah, you're meant to have a job that you're passionate about. You're meant to do something that you're passionate about. Free from worry and restraints that may hold you back, the sun beams down on many layers of the rich and colorful land and brings the feeling of warmth and healing of the song. As the Meraki comes to you in a reading, it's a sign that you're ready to spread your wings and dive into your true passions, hopes, and dreams. Oh my gosh, I love that for you, pile 3. Your intuition and unique magic will lead you to a life with dreams come true. So rose quartz, it can be a good crystal for you. And maybe you are drawn to pile 2 since that was the rose quartz pile. But so when this is in reverse, or the shadow aspects of this card can be stagnant, being stagnant, uncertain, lack of, unfulfilled, and retreating. Yes, unfulfilled, retreating. I mean, it's pretty evident with the sun that popped up here in reverse, clarity. The star card that's also here in reverse. Pile 3, like, take that dream and run with it. Try it out. Like, really give it a shot. You are clearly meant to do so. Now we're gonna go over to the oracle cards. So this is the soul, I believe. Oh, it's called the Sacred Creators Oracle. I wanted to say Soul on Fire, but that's a card in this deck. So can we get that oracle card, please, for pile 3? What do you really want? You know what you really want. Spirit wants you to recognize it. Spirit wants you to bring it to light and shout it from the rooftops proudly. Oh man, live your truth, honey. Live your truth. Be honest with yourself, with the world. Okay. Okay, card please for pile 3. Success and transformation. Yes. I mentioned how like if you embark on this new journey, you'll be surprised at the type of, like, you've been successful, yes, but you can continue being successful down a direction that you want to go down, okay? Don't dim your light anymore. Stop, drop, and ground. Okay, love that. You know, I think this is kind of like, you know, take this reading and sit with it. Journal about what you've always wanted to do. And ask yourself, like, why? Okay, fierce serenity and find your sacred flow. I'm pulling so many cards for you. I just feel called to kind of like get down to the bottom of this. But fierce serenity, you're gonna find like a lot of relief in doing what you want to do and what you're meant to be doing. And then find your sacred flow. Again, you're gonna be surprised at how easily things move along as you kind of embark on this journey. I really want. So finally we'll pull from the Shaman's Oracle here. Sorry, Shaman's Dream Oracle. Get a shuffle. Okay. Spirit, what do you want pile 3 tonight? Fortune's wheel, luck, and right timing. This is the right time. This is the perfect time. I mean, you're here watching this reading. It's not a coincidence. It's for a reason. You feel it in your soul. And even if you don't at this moment, subconsciously it's there. That's why you've always had this particular idea in mind. But that is definitely, you've been divinely guided here for sure. And this is good timing. Stranger, curiosity, yes. Let yourself be filled with that childlike wonder. Like, on the back of the deck, perfect storm. The courage to step into life. Yeah, it's time to like live life to the fullest, right? We're only here. We only got the here and now and the present moment. And presently, you probably, like, you don't want to go about life and then look back and be like, man, what if I had just tried? Why didn't I give it a shot? Because then at least you can say you tried, and maybe it's not for you, that's okay. But there's something in this journey, something you're supposed to be made aware of, something you're supposed to learn about as you embark on this journey to kind of like just try it. Don't even worry about what it is you need to, like, I think it's less about the creation and more so about the understanding why you have this dream, understanding more about yourself, about what you want in life, and being able, again, to kind of just create the best life for yourself. So pile 3, that is all that I'm seeing. I'd like to thank our guides for allowing us to channel these messages. If it resonated with you, please leave a like. And if you'd like to comment on what maybe childhood dream or what you've always like thought about or wondered what it'd be like to do and just have never done it. And I hope you choose to take a conscious step forward in a new direction, try something new. And if you'd like to get more readings about, you know, understanding yourself and finding ways to gain clarity about your soul purpose and live your best life, then feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, bye.